Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Guys, we are still steadily moving up on our subscriber list. It just warms my heart. And I want to thank each and every one of you. Guys, what I want to focus on today is Gypsy's bulldog, Bri. As everybody knows her on TikTok, it's Bri with the facts. But as the people that have watched her or watched Nina or Sir Morbid, we know she doesn't have any facts. She is Gypsy's bulldog. She tries to manipulate and talk people into believing whatever narrative Gypsy wants you to believe. And what I want to talk about today, this morning, is about how Bri is saying how much Gypsy was abused. Now, I'm not saying that Gypsy did not get any abuse at all. I mean, we've all been abused some type or another. But I don't think that this whole scheme that Gypsy and her mom was playing, I don't think she was medically abused. I think Gypsy was in on it because she already said that she knew she could walk. She knew she didn't need the wheelchair. She knew it. Not only that, we have pictures and videos to prove that she knew how old she was. When she was arrested, she had an ID with her correct date of birth and age on there. But Bri wants to go on her lives and say that Gypsy did not know about any of the fraud. I beg to differ. She was 23, almost 24 years old when she took her mother out and not to lunch. She knew how old she was. She had the ID. And she wants to put on there that she didn't know her age because of number candles. Baby, we've got pictures of number candles on your case. And you did not even leave Louisiana until you were like 14 years old. Your family was there. They celebrated your birthdays with you. But all Bri wants to talk about is the narrative that Gypsy wants you to believe. She wants you to forget about the news articles and the news stations that reported about the fraud and the murder. The only reason why the fraud wasn't looked into more is because Gypsy took that plea deal. If she didn't take that plea deal, guess what? We would all know every bit of the truth because they would still be investigating. But Bri with the facts, she is nothing but a Gypsy Rose stan, simp, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you at the end of this video a news report talking about the fraud. And yes, Gypsy knew about it. You cannot convince me any differently. And you know, the people in Springfield they knew about it too. They were already knowing that they were running a fraud. I think that's why Dee Dee was getting packed to get ready to go to another state, is because I think the jig was up in Missouri and they were ready to come after them. So since their doctor was moving down to Florida, I think Dee Dee was ready to move too. But see, Gypsy didn't want to because she was in love with Dan. And she wanted a life with Dan. Because we all know that Dee Dee's life ended over a man. And Gypsy does whatever Gypsy wants to do. And if you stand in her way of her doing what she wants to do, you could end up getting the same thing that Dee Dee got. So guys, I'll be back a little bit later There is some other things I want to talk about that came out on Sir Morbid's live last night that I want to speak about, but I wanted to get this one out first. So the people that don't know who Bri is, they can see a little bit about her and her lies and her simping with Gypsy. And she says she doesn't get paid with Gypsy, but come on, you know Gypsy pays her under the table. While all Bri does is sit there collecting her food stamps and any other kind of monies instead of getting her butt out there and working. Because I guess she thinks she's too good to work. Just like Gypsy thinks she's a princess and that she shouldn't have to work either. No, Gypsy, you're in your 30s. You should get off your butt and work. Everybody else that is on parole, they have to get out and work. What makes you so special that you don't have to work, that you can sit on your butt all day? I cannot wait till everybody understands what kind of con she's playing and how all these people are paying for her to sit on her butt whenever they're giving her more money, and she has more money than some of us will ever see in our lives. It is ridiculous. But guys, I'm going to end it right here, and I will talk to you soon.
Blanchard and her boyfriend Nicholas Gaujon are facing murder charges in the death of Claudinea or Didi Blanchard, Gypsy's mother. Court documents say the two admitted to their part in the crime, but Didi's death has uncovered an alleged pattern of financial fraud, one that may have included charities in Kansas City. In 2009, Fox 4 first met Gypsy and her self-proclaimed Cajun mama. The two claimed they were from Louisiana and had lost everything in Hurricane Katrina.
And no shoes, truthfully.
And to make matters worse, Gypsy, who at the time claimed to be 14 years old, also reportedly suffered from multiple medical issues. Didi and Gypsy were on their way to Kansas City on an Angel flight from Springfield to be seen by doctors at Children's Mercy.
They've been a huge blessing in our life. I all the time say, between Angel Flight, the Hope Lodge, and Children's Mercy, they saved my baby's life.
Gypsy Rose appeared sweet and childlike.
Do that of the kindness of their hearts is amazing.
But Sheriff Jim Arnott from Greene County, Missouri says everything people thought they knew about Gypsy and Didi may have been a lie. He says Gypsy doesn't even need the wheelchair she's always seen in. She walks just fine. The two spent time at the Hope Lodge in Kansas City, run by the American Cancer Society. You see them here in Facebook photos as Didi gets her head shaved in solidarity with Gypsy and to raise money for cancer research. The organization wouldn't comment on their time at the Hope Lodge. Children's Mercy also wouldn't comment for privacy reasons, but in an article, a doctor describes the two as positive and supportive. And for Angel Flight, a representative there says he is shocked by the accusations of fraud and murder. However, he says there was proper medical identification for Gypsy to be on Angel Flights.
It's Volunteer Way, Springfield, Missouri.
So, as the case continues to unfold, more may come out about how a mother-daughter pair that seemed like the perfect story of hope
Feels so cool.
allegedly became an example of deceit. Now, in full disclosure, I met Gypsy and Didi while a volunteer at the Kansas City Hope Lodge. Gypsy and her boyfriend are in jail on a $1 million bond each. As an example of alleged fraud in the Blanchards' lives, charging documents give 3 different birthdays for Gypsy.
Deal took into consideration the 23 years of abuse. That's what her plea deal was.
Okay, but what about the fraudulent charges?
There were no fraudulent charges. That's a conspiracy that y'all run with no proof.
Thanks for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe.